I was reading the comments this morning and something very interesting came up that I thought I could answer in a video better than writing in the description so you could all can see. Somebody mentioned that they'd fitted new piston rings to old pistons, and they were having a hell of a job trying to get it to turn over, and they thought that the ring gap on new rings isn't set. Now the days of like filing piston rings down have sort of long gone. We haven't done that for donkey's years, fitting individual piston rings. But if Bob's watching, you'll probably remember what happened with his dad's car. He'd rebuilt an engine, and his dad was a fitter, but he'd rebuilt an engine, put new rings on the pistons, and I had a hell of a job trying to crank it over. Wouldn't go. So he had the engine out, and me and Bob were just looking at it, and I looked at the piston rings, and I says, I think he's got two of the piston rings upside down. Now, how would that make a difference? Well, here. Can you see on here? There, especially there. Can you see it's marked top? There is a reason for that. The piston rings have a slight taper, so imagine that's your thickness. The piston rings have got an angle, a little taper on them, and that's so they can get bedded into the bore. Now pay attention, because this is real sort of difficult to understand. I wish I could take a picture of this, I wish I could take a picture of that and you could actually see the taper. I'll hold it there for a long time, and see if you can see it. So, if the taper is like this on number 1 and number 4 piston going up the bore, that means it'll get really good compression, and it'll, on its stroke, it'll get compression going up. However, when it comes down, because you've got a leading edge on this taper here, the piston ring will come down the bore very easy because it's smaller diameter at the bottom than the top, so it comes down. And the same thing with number 2 and 3. When the outer pistons 1 and 4 are going up, the inner one, the 2 and 3 are coming down, so the taper's coming down this way. Now imagine if you've got all 4 pistons with like 2 rings upside down, so now you've got a scenario like this on number 2 and 3 coming down, you've got added friction coming down the cylinder as the other 2 are going up. So you've got friction going up and friction coming down, and you've got so much that the engine can't crank over. So it's worth a look at piston rings if you've got a problem, which way around they are. Now it only seems to matter to the top compression ring, or as in America they call it the fire ring. The second ring is usually marked as well. But they do that sort of to get the engines bedded in, if you see what I mean. And then the piston, that little taper will gradually sort of wear away, and then the piston ring will settle into that bore. And this is why it's really important when you're doing running in to change your oil and things like this, because it's scraping away at your sides of your cylinders, trying to get settled down. So just a little tiny thing, little tiny detail to see when you've fitting pistons, because somebody asked me, said, well, you just seem to put pistons out of the box and put them straight on. Yeah, because they're already pre-gapped, and maybe I should pay more attention, not only to the pre-gapping, but just in case somebody's put a ring on upside down. It's so easy to do. Yeah. But that's just a little thing from experience. See you later.